Hello students from Math 0301. This video is going to cover a review for exam 2, which is going to be about chapter 3. Your exam will be similar as this one, but once again it's going to be a multiple choice. So please take the time to watch this video and the following videos, because I'm gonna cut this video at 10 minutes and then I will record as many as needed. Hopefully there will only be 2 or 3. So let's get started, and we have the first question here, and it says write a fraction to represent the shaded area. And so we want to first count what is the total of the number of squares that we have here, or rectangles I should say. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we could also know, because we have a 4 by 5, so 5 times 4 is 20. So the total of our squares are 20, and the ones that are shaded will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so this will be 8 divided by 20. Now, if we reduce this fraction, it will be, they're both divisible by 4, so we can divide by 4, and we get 2. And here, 20 divided by 4, we would get 5. And so that would be the final answer for that one, for problem number 1. Now, the next problem says write the fraction 41 over 5 as a mixed number. And so remember, mixed numbers, we are going to perform this division. 41, and I suggest that you use scratch paper. 41 divided by 40, 5 goes into 40 8 times, because 8 times 5 is 40. And here we subtract, so 41 minus 40 is 1. So then we take the quotient, and that will be our whole number, 8. And then we use the remainder, which is the number 1. And that was our remainder. We can't just say 8 plus 1. We have to say 8 plus 1. And then we use the divisor as our denominator here. So it is 8 and 1/5. Now for the next one, we're going to go from a mixed number to an improper fraction. So in this case, we're going to reverse the steps that we did here. So what we're going to do is take the whole number, which is a 2. We're going to multiply it by 5, and that will give us 10. So what this is telling me is that in 2 whole numbers, or 2 over 1, is equivalent to 10/5. That's what we get from this part. So 10/5, and then we had here 3/5 to add to it. So it will be 10/5, that is the 2 that we have here, 10/5, plus 3/5. And so our improper fraction is going to be 13 over 5, or 13/5. So let's move on to problem 4. And for problem 4, we need to write each fraction in simplest form. Now, we know here that both numbers, numerator and denominator, are divisible by 8. If you're not sure about that, you could start just dividing by other numbers that you know for sure that they could be divided into here. So we know they're both divisible by 2 because they're even numbers. And so if we do that, we're going to get 12 divided by 28. Now we know these two are also divisible by 2. And if we divide that, we would get 6 divided by 14. And then once again, these two numbers are divisible by 2 because they're even numbers. And so we will get 3 divided by 7. And so that will be the simplest form for that number. Now for problem number 5, one thing we can do is try to see if they are divisible by a prime number. So for example here, 91 is not divisible by 2 because it's an odd number. Then 91 is not divisible by 3 because 90 is divisible by 3. That will give us 30. So 91 is not. By 4, it's also not divisible by 4 because, well, we could try if you're not sure. 91 divisible by 4. 4 goes into 9 one time. And then we subtract 8, so we get a remainder of 1. Then we drop the 1, and we know 11 is not divisible by 4. So 5 doesn't work either because the number does not end in 5 or 0. Let's try 7. So if we take 91 and divide that by 7, we will get that 7 goes into 9 one time. 7 times 1 is 7. Subtract that, we get a 2. We drop the next number is a 1, and we know that 7 divides 21, and that is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract, and we get a 0. So that will work. So we're going to try that here. So we're going to divide by 7, and hopefully 104 is also divisible by 7. So we already know that 91 divided by 7 is 13. And now let's check 104. So 104 divided by 7. 7 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. We subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3. We drop the next number, which is a 4. And that is not going to work. So then this is not going to work. So I hope you're trying to solve this problem. Okay, so let's try a weird number, and I'm gonna go with 7 didn't work. 8 is not going to work because 8 times 9 is 81. 9 is not going to work because 91 cannot be divided by 9. 10 is not going to work. 11 is not going to work either. We could try 13. That's why I said a weird number. And so 91 is actually divisible by 13. And it's 7. 7 times 3 is 21. So we have 1, we carry 2. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 is 9. And so that gives us a remainder of 0. So if we divide 91 by 13, we're going to get 7. Now, 104 is also divisible by 13. And if we have 104 and divide it by 13, it's going to go in 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24, so we have 4 and we carry 2. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Subtract that, so we get 0. So 104 divided by 13 is 8, and so that is our final answer. So I'm going to pause here, upload this video, and then I will be recording the second video.